Hi friends, welcome to Crafternoon. Today we're going to be reading this story, Love Monster and the Last Chocolate by Rachel Bright. I can't read the entire story to you due to copyright, but I'm going to go ahead and summarize before we do our craft. So this is a Love Monster, and we have a few different Love Monster books at the library, but I thought this one fit in really well with Valentine's Day. So Love Monster and the Last Chocolate. This is Love Monster. Hello, Love Monster. He was just getting back from his vacation, and although it was a little exciting to be home, he was a little sad to leave his adventures behind him. You know, it's always so fun to go on vacation, but you kind of like coming back home again. So Love Monster arrived home, and oh, what is this? He saw a box of chocolates just waiting for him on his front porch. How exciting! Because we all know that monsters seriously love chocolate. His mouth started to water. He started thinking about all the different kinds of chocolates that could be in that box. And if you've ever had a box of chocolates, you know that there's just all different kinds. And some of them are really good, and some of them maybe you don't like so much. So he was dreaming and thinking about chewy logs or chocolate hedgehogs or zesty zoomers or the nutty ones or extra fizz banger sherbet, rhubarb ripple, orange bombs, tutti frutti splodges, caramel choo-choos, and so much more. But maybe, just maybe, inside there would be a double chocolatey strawberry swirl, and that was Love Monster's very favorite chocolate in the whole world. Maybe you have a favorite flavor as well. Yeah, that's a good one. Well, after he thought about it a little bit longer, Love Monster thought, he thought he should probably share his chocolate with his friends, but what if there weren't enough? Or what if someone took the one he wanted the most? Or worst of all, what if the only one left for him was the coffee one? Ugh. Monster didn't know what to do. He knew he didn't want the coffee one because we all know that everybody does not like the chocolate coffee one. And so he thought about it, and he thought about it, and he thought maybe if he kept the chocolates just to himself, well, he decided to go into the house with a box of chocolates without a whisper of a word to anyone. And he couldn't wait. His mouth was watering, and just when he was about to lift the lid off of the box, he got a squeezy, queasy feeling. It was a feeling that he thought, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't. And before you could say, pass me the truffle surprise, he burst out of his house and he ran to his friends. There they are. He was carrying that box of chocolates. He was out of breath, and in a shouty voice, he said, I just got back from vacation, and there was some chocolate on my front porch, and I wanted to share with all of you. Even if I don't get a single one, well, maybe I want one. And what do you know? His friends said, you silly monster, just open up the box. And what did he find? There was a note to Love Monster. We missed you so much. We saved the last chocolate, your favorite, just for you, because you are our favorite monster. And so that is Love Monster and his chocolate story. But again, there's some other Love Monster books at the library as well. Today we're going to be making a craft, a little Love Monster out of paper and a box of chocolates. When you flip it open, you can add some chocolates inside and pick out which one's your favorite. So this is what we're going to make today. If you want your parents to post a picture of your craft on our Facebook original post by midnight, Sunday, February 12th, you would have a chance to win this really awesome Love Monster book and a box of chocolates. So let's get started with our craft. Okay, we're going to get started making our Love Monster, and the first step we're going to do is to make his body, but before we do that, we're going to cut off a little section of paper at the bottom, and we're going to save that off to the side to use for his paws or hands. So this part is going to be used for his body. So Love Monster, as you can see, he's kind of straight across the top, and then he has a pointy ear on each side, a pointy ear, and then he just kind of has a little bit of curve to him for his body. And so he's pretty easy to draw. I kind of like the outlined look, so I'm going to trace over my pencil drawings with a marker. You can use a crayon, whatever you prefer, or you don't have to outline it if you don't want to. But I think it just makes him pop a little bit. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add his kind of grumpy face. Now you can make him grumpy like he usually looks, or you can make him happy because he's excited he got a box of chocolates. So either way is just fine. I will go ahead and maybe I should make him smile this time since we have a sample that's not a smiling Love Monster. So there's his little smile. I also added some little flecks around because you can kind of see that he's kind of furry. So with your marker or black crayon, you can just randomly make little lines all over Love Monster. And this is going to kind of give you a little texture in your art, and it's going to make it look like he is a fuzzy monster. So just whenever you think he looks fuzzy enough, you can call it good. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do then is just follow those dark outside lines, and I'm going to cut him out so we have our Love Monster body. And it's pretty easy to cut out since he's just a pretty basic shape. He's not too silly of a shape. So we'll cut him out, and that's kind of what his body looks like. All right, so the next part I'm going to do is, let's go ahead and work on his hands. So hands, I don't know. I've never seen a monster in real life, so I'm not really sure how many fingers or pads or they have. So you can make two little hands to hold on to his chocolate. So I just kind of used 3 humps. So I kind of made it almost like an M. So I kind of went up, down, 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 kind of curved like that. And it doesn't have to be perfect. They don't have to look exactly the same. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to outline those. I'm just going to call them hands. I'm going to outline his hands with my black marker, just so they kind of stand out a little bit more. If you look at the book, you'll see that there's, a pretty dark line around Love Monster. And so I'm just going to kind of keep with that in mind. So I'm going to cut out my 2 hands so it can grip onto his box of chocolates. So there's one, and the other. We've got 2 hands. And then you'll see that Love Monster has some big white eyes. So if you want your circle to be perfect, you could use a little glass or something to trace around to make your circles. But I am not too worried about that. So I'm going to draw a round circle for an eye. And I'm going to draw Another circle for an eye. And this is where you can kind of make a decision. You can see that he has 2 black pupils on his eyes. You can either cut them out of the black paper or you can draw them on with your marker or crayon. Either way is just great. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to cut them on a paper. And by doing that, I'm just going to take my little piece of black paper and I'm going to cut out 2 small circles that I will glue on to his eyes to make his pupils. So peel those apart. And this one I had him looking up like, oh my goodness, I got a box of chocolates. What should I do? This one I think I'm going to try to go with this, with a smile, and kind of be like, ooh, look at my box of chocolates. So I'm going to tape or glue the pupils onto my eyes in a way that he's kind of going to be looking down at that box of chocolates like, yum, this looks pretty tasty, pretty tasty. So after I do that, I'm going to cut these 2 eyes out. And I want to leave as much of the black line as I can, just because it'll make it pop again. We kind of talked about that. Kind of sticks out a little bit. And so that's what one of his eyes will look like. And we'll put the other one on. Love Monster's pretty cute. He just seemed pretty excited about that box of chocolates that he had on his doorstep. I would like to come home from a vacation with a box of chocolates on my doorstep. So with this one, you have a little sheet of white paper to use to make your teeth. Your teeth are just triangles and they're all different sizes. You can make triangles, and if you want to make a tongue to stick up there like, yum, you sure can. So you can draw that on here and then just color it in pink. I'm just going to go ahead and make some teeth of different sizes like this. Because I don't have my pink crayon up here. And so we'll do that. And then I'm going to cut those teeth out. So cutting those teeth, leaving those black lines. And I'm going to give him 4 teeth. I'm going to get rid of my trash. So we have 4 teeth to tape on or glue on. And I'm just going to kind of set them on the edge of the smile. Kind of put them where I want them. And get him ready to go. And kind of see that, I have a little bit of white on the end of that, so I'm going to kind of fill that in with my marker. So it's all black on his teeth. Okay, so after I have my teeth on there, and I know how big they are, then I can put his eyes on there. So I'm going to tape his eyes on, or glue, whichever you have. So I'm going to kind of go like this, and do this one. And there's that monster, and he's looking pretty happy, friends, pretty happy. So next in your little packet, Love Monster in the book, you can kind of see that he has a little heart on him. And so I'm going to put my heart sticker off to the side. It's a little shimmery one. We thought we'd give some sparkle to your project. You also have a little card that looks like this. This is your box of chocolates. And so you're going to take that and you're going to fold it in half like this. And then that way it can open up. And inside of that, you can place the chocolates. And so you have a sheet with a bunch of different types of chocolates. You can use them all in there if you want to, or you can pick and choose your favorites. So you'll want to cut around those however you wish. Or if you want to, you can just stick them in like that. It's up to you. I went through and I cut some out. And so I'm just going to kind of randomly stick my chocolates in there. This one kind of reminds me of the strawberry one that he liked. I don't know. Everybody's kind of got different favorites when it comes to chocolates in a box of chocolates, but it's kind of nice that when you get a box of chocolates that there's a whole bunch of different flavors to choose from. And some of them you might think are just the most awesome things in the world, and some of them, like the coffee flavored one, you might think are maybe a little disgusting. So yeah, lots of fun we have with a box of chocolates. If there's flavors you don't like when you have a box of chocolates, it's always nice just to see if one of your friends or your family likes the flavor that you don't like. So there we have a box of chocolates. I'm going to just put a little bit of tape on the top, or glue, and then I'm going to kind of stick that kind of down towards the bottom here. Okay, so kind of like that. And then we have our hands. So on their fingertips on the back side, I'm going to kind of glue a hand on so it kind of looks like he's holding that box of chocolates. And same with this side. And so there it kind of looks like he's grabbing onto it. And there you have your love monster with a box of chocolates. So you can make one either a happy, like, woohoo, I have a box of chocolates, or, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with these chocolates? Again, if you would like to, you can have your mom or dad post a copy of your craft. You don't have to be in the picture on our Facebook page by Sunday night, midnight, February 12th, for a chance to win this book and your own box of chocolates. And we're going to let the computer pick our winner for us. So thanks for crafting with us, friends. Have a good day.